wake up that morning thinking her life was about to change forever. There was nothing unusual about the day. No arguments, no threats, no warning signs. And that's what makes this case terrifying, because when everything looks normal, danger hides in plain sight. One small decision taken without fear would quietly set everything in motion. This is not just a crime story. It's a psychological mystery about trust, impulsive decisions, and moments that spiral out of control. Before we start a video, if you are new on channel, then first subscribe the channel and hit the con. Thanks. A Florida teenager met people she believed were friends. What happened next unfolded so quickly that even investigators struggled to explain how things escalated the way they did. The day began like any other. Waking up, routine conversations, casual plans. Later, investigators would say there was nothing alarming in her behavior. Messages exchanged that afternoon felt ordinary. Short replies, familiar names. But when you look back now, every message feels heavier, as if time itself was warning something no one could see yet. The plan was simple. Meet up, talk, spend a little time together. A location they all knew. People she trusted. Nothing about it seemed dangerous. But plans only work when intentions are aligned. And this plan was built on assumptions, not certainty. What happened next didn't explode instantly. It unraveled. A misunderstanding. A shift in tone. A moment where someone reacted instead of thinking. According to investigators, control was lost in seconds. Panic replaced logic. And once that line was crossed, there was no turning back. The setting mattered. A wooded area. Isolated. Quiet. Sound disappears fast in places like that. Time feels different. Witness accounts later conflicted. One person said she looked calm. Another said she seemed uneasy. Both statements may be true. And that contradiction became a key mystery in this case. Investigators believe the most critical moment happened fast. No dramatic buildup. No warning. Just a sudden chain reaction. One decision triggered another. Fear took over. And in that brief window of time, something irreversible happened. When she didn't return home, concern turned into panic. Messages went unanswered. Calls weren't returned. Time suddenly mattered. Silence grew heavier by the minute. And silence, in cases like this, is often the loudest warning sign. As authorities reconstructed the timeline, the community was stunned. The people responsible weren't strangers. They weren't known criminals. They were teenagers. Familiar faces. Ordinary lives. And that raised a terrifying question. How does something like this happen without anyone stopping it? There was no robbery. No clear revenge. No obvious reason that made sense. Some believed it was planned. Others believed it was impulsive. Social media messages were examined. Timelines debated. Every detail became a puzzle piece. But the full picture still felt incomplete. Parents questioned trust. Schools reacted. Online discussions exploded. This case became more than a tragedy. It became a warning. A reminder of how quickly situations can spiral when fear and poor decisions collide. Should teenagers be tried as adults? Where does accountability begin? Psychologists pointed to impulsivity and emotional overload. Teenage brains react faster than they reflect. And in this case, that difference proved devastating. Investigators believe everything hinged on just a few minutes. A small slice of time where different choices could have changed the outcome completely. That's what makes this case haunting. Not how long it lasted, but how fast it unfolded. Even today, some details remain unclear. Some answers may never come. And maybe that's the most unsettling part. The idea that tragedy doesn't always come from evil plans, but from moments where no one stops to think. This story isn't just about Florida. It's about trust, choices, and consequences. Investigators agree on one thing. The most important part of this entire case didn't take hours. It didn't take a full day. It happened in a matter of minutes. A short window where emotions moved faster than logic, and choices were made without anyone fully understanding what they would lead to. What makes this case so unsettling is how quiet that moment was. There was no dramatic warning, no clear signal that everything was about to collapse.